Hi guys, just gone 12:30 here in London, Tuesday 12th of March, just in the aftermath of the CPI numbers. Just going to have a quick look over how things are trading. How did they come in? Well, the core number missed expectations just by 2.1% for the year on year, and the straight inflation number coming in a miss as well, 1.5%. From the 1.6 expected. The reaction we saw in euro dollar, just going to put this down to a 5-minute chart, you can see we did get some slight weakness. However, the overall picture not changing too much, but also in line with perhaps some recent numbers such as non-farms, which were also weak as well. So the dollar weakness looks like it could well continue shorter term. Some key levels to be aware of. The low that we had back down on the 6th of March would be something that I'd have marked up along with the 113 handle and futures as an area where people might be identifying the place to get short or along on a break of that. Should we go through the unwind of the ECB, dovish ECB trade as well, would be something that I'd be marking up as well. You can see here we found support initially Thursday morning before breaking down. For any real continued dollar strength, I'll be looking at the pivot going. I know that's a long way from trading now, but really if we were to come back down to this trend line, a break of that looking to target the lower levels would be something that I would favour as well. Today, the Brexit circus has continued. You can see we gapped higher overnight here before unwinding that this morning, before continuing lower. And then since then we have had a bit of a recovery. So in terms of Brexit opportunities, different comments that may come out, the probability of certain things getting extended, like Article 50 could see us rise higher. Second referendum, if those probabilities increase, I'll be looking to get long. But really I would say now is a case of just sort of waiting to see the comments that come out before the 7 p.m. vote tonight. Obviously the support that we had earlier this week, you can see just how key that has been. So that would be a level of interest to the downside. If we were to break here with the low from 22nd high of the 13th and obviously the low of the week, then I could see a relatively quick move down to 129 on the futures. And if we were to get below that, the likelihood is there would be a negative headline risk as well, and the low of February or the 14th may well come into play as well. Equities in the US, really strong day to the upside yesterday. The weekend has been a refresher for people to almost forget the negative sentiment we had last week, and we have pushed higher to a very key point, not just the 2800 handle but resistance on the 6th, which started another leg lower into the back end of the week. I'd almost have that now as a line in the sand for the bulls and the bears. Above 2800 I don't see much stopping us really to get down to the sell-off we had on the 4th, and the importance of that level and that point you can see if I put this on a longer term chart. Well, what's really going to stop it getting into this zone, if you like, from back in October the 17th, so 28.25 and 28.15. Big zone for the S&P. Positive upspin yesterday after all 5 days were negative for the S&P. That doesn't happen in a week. That doesn't happen too often. The Dow Jones with the Boeing news down pre-market quite heavy yesterday. You can see a sharp recovery in this as well. However, we have just had a downgrade for Boeing, so on the cash open, just perhaps worth keeping an eye on how that performs, as it may look to drag things down. However, didn't really have that opportunity yesterday to do so. So really having a look back at the calendar for the day, we've had the main data points. However, the main move, if you like, even looking at Brexit this morning, could be overturned or outperformed when we get to the vote 7 p.m. UK time, and then the oil inventories 8:30 tonight. So something to keep an eye on going into the back end of the session. The week ahead promises to be quite an exciting one from now, especially if you're trading the pound.